Pine Hollow was a town where everyone knew your name, and Emily Grant was its golden girl. She was bright, beloved, and seemed to have it all. Until something changed. The light in Emily's eyes faded, replaced by fear. She withdrew from friends, skipped debate, and her grades slipped. Her best friend Sarah noticed, but Emily only offered vague excuses. Emily carried a journal everywhere, scribbling secrets she couldn't share. Her parents, Mark and Susan, tried to reach her, but she shut them out. They thought it was just teenage angst, but Emily's journal revealed a deeper terror. "He's always there, he knows what I saw, he told me to keep quiet." She wrote of a threat from someone everyone trusted. "Who do you tell when the monster wears a familiar face?" Her words were a desperate cry for help, hidden in her journal. No one read it in time. The golden girl was slipping away, and no one saw the truth until it was too late. The secret she carried would haunt Pine Hollow for years, and the darkness was only beginning to spread. On October 28, 2015, Emily told her parents she was going to the library. She never came home. As the hours passed, worry turned to panic. Calls to her phone went unanswered. Friends hadn't seen her. By 1 a.m., her parents called the police. The search began. Police, volunteers, the whole town combed the woods and streets. No sign of Emily. No struggle, no backpack, no footprints. It was as if she'd vanished into thin air. The next morning, Pine Hollow awoke to the news. Emily Grant was missing. The search was relentless, but hope faded as days passed. The librarian couldn't confirm if Emily ever arrived. A few vague sightings on Main Street led nowhere. The trail was cold from the start. Emily, the girl everyone knew, had become a ghost. The town was left with only questions and a growing sense of dread. The forest, once a place of comfort, now felt menacing. Pine Hollow would never be the same, and Emily's disappearance was just the beginning. As the search ended, suspicion crept in. Chief Dale Miller turned his focus to those closest to Emily. Her boyfriend, Jake Riley, was questioned. He had a solid alibi. Next, Arthur Finch, the town recluse, was investigated. Another dead end. Even Emily's parents were gently questioned, but grief was their only secret. Every lead fizzled. The investigation circled back to the same haunting question. Who would want to hurt Emily? The case grew colder, the town more anxious. Chief Miller pored over files, but the truth remained elusive. Emily's disappearance became a riddle no one could solve. Pine Hollow was left with suspicion, fear, and a mystery that refused to fade. The golden girl was gone, and so was the town's sense of safety. Weeks turned to years, and Emily's face faded from posters and memory. The case went cold, haunting the police and the town alike. Pine Hollow changed. Trust was replaced by suspicion, and the woods became a place of fear. Mark and Susan Grant lived in limbo, their daughter's room untouched. Chief Miller never gave up, revisiting the case on quiet nights. Emily's journal, with its cryptic warning, offered no clear answers. Every lead led to a dead end. The town whispered theories. Runaway, accident, something worse. 5 years of silence settled over Pine Hollow. Emily's story became a ghost story, a scar on the town's heart. But the truth was still out there, waiting to be found. The silence was about to break, and Pine Hollow would finally learn what happened to Emily Grant. 5 years later, a break came unexpectedly. Hikers found a weathered backpack deep in the forest, Emily's. Inside was her journal, still legible after all this time. The area became a crime scene, and a search began anew. Nearby, investigators uncovered human remains. Dental records confirmed the worst. It was Emily. The town grieved anew, but now there was determination. Emily had been found. Her killer had not. The case shifted from missing person to homicide. Chief Miller believed the answers were in Emily's recovered journal. The search for justice began again. Pine Hollow was ready for the truth, and the journal would finally speak. The second journal was a revelation. Emily described a respected man in town, someone who made her feel unsafe. She wrote of inappropriate comments, threats, and a secret she'd witnessed. Her final entry: "He told me to meet him tonight. I'm scared. I'll record him. Then everyone will know the truth." The clues pointed to Mr. Anderson, the high school guidance counselor. He'd been questioned years ago, but his alibi, provided by his wife, had seemed solid. Now, with the journal's details, Chief Miller brought Anderson in again. Under pressure, Anderson's composure cracked. Forensics found a hair in Emily's backpack, a DNA match to Anderson. His wife, confronted with the evidence, admitted she'd lied to protect him. The truth was undeniable. The trusted counselor was the monster Emily had feared. He had used his position to silence her. The town's faith in him had been misplaced. Emily's courage in documenting her fear finally brought justice. The case that haunted Pine Hollow was solved. The monster had a name, and Emily's voice, silenced for years, was finally heard. The town would never forget the lesson. Sometimes evil hides in plain sight. The truth shattered Pine Hollow. Mr. Anderson, once trusted, was revealed as a predator and killer. Emily had uncovered his embezzlement. He silenced her to protect himself. The trial forced the town to confront its darkest secrets. Anderson was convicted, but the loss lingered. Each year, the town gathers for a candlelight vigil in Emily's memory. They remember her light and promise to protect others. The vigil is a reminder. Monsters can wear friendly faces. The message is clear. Speak up, trust your instincts, and never carry fear alone. Emily's story left a scar, but also a legacy of vigilance and hope. Pine Hollow learned to listen, to look out for one another. The unanswered questions are gone, but the lessons endure. Silence can be deadly. Emily's voice echoes in Pine Hollow, urging others to speak the truth, and her memory will never fade.